Dogecoin and cryptocurrencies are at a very crucial area. In this video, we are going to be discussing what is possibly about to happen for these cryptocurrencies. Additionally, we have some very important news to discuss and go over. What's up, Myles? It's ladies and gentlemen here. Every single day I make videos about Dogecoin and cover all of the cryptocurrency news. I have many years of investment and trading experience, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss these time-sensitive videos. If you want to get access to when I'm buying and selling cryptocurrencies, join my Patreon, which is in my top pinned comment or in my video description, where you can get access to a 4,000 member Discord. You can talk to me on the phone. We can build you a portfolio and teach you technical analysis. I'm giving away 200 Doge to one lucky winner this Saturday. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow my Instagram and Twitter, and put Dogecoin giveaway in the comments. We're going to get started right now, but before we do, go ahead and smash up the like button if you love Dogecoin and cryptocurrencies. It helps us support the channel and get this video into the algorithm, sharing it with other people in the Doge community. And let me know in the comments if you all are buying the dip. Are you guys buying the dip? You guys selling? You guys holding? What are you guys doing right now? All right, so Dogecoin went to that exact level that we talked about. We went all the way to about 16 cents. We did not last there for very long, but we came to about the level of 16 cents, right under it, 15.9. We came to that exact level that we were thinking was possible, which was very interesting to see, which we will get into later. But we ended up getting a very strong bounce, and we are seeing a triple bottom. We're seeing a W pattern, or what we like to call this is a inverse head and shoulders, which is generally a good sign of a reversal about to happen. We're not only seeing that for Dogecoin, but we're seeing that for Bitcoin, and for a lot of our favorite cryptocurrencies, we're seeing that W pattern. We're seeing the inverse head and shoulders. So hopefully this will end up reversing. We definitely need a reversal here. If we don't get a reversal here, it is not going to be good for cryptocurrencies, at least in the relative short term. The stock market was getting beaten down, but now since the market is starting to recover, cryptos are actually starting to recover as well. We're going to get more into technical analysis and the price action later, but before we do so, we have some very important news to go over. Rothschild Investment Corporation has increased its Bitcoin exposure by 300%, 3 times the amount that they normally had since April. So they're actually buying the dip right now on Bitcoin, which means that they're bullish on cryptocurrencies as a whole. They're continuing to buy the dip, and despite the whole grayscale FUD, they're still buying the dip. This is a very good and bullish sign. Institutions are buying cryptocurrencies right now, despite all the FUD, despite all the fear that is out there. We need to swim with the whales. If you want to be successful in investing, follow the big money, because the big money, they have inside sources. They have inside information. They know where cryptos are headed. And not only do whales know where cryptos are headed, we know where cryptos are headed. This is huge. Mastercard's latest partnership to help banks distribute crypto cards. The partnership is aimed towards simplifying cryptocurrency to fiat conversions within Mastercard's existing payment network. So what is actually about to happen, which is just amazing. So Mastercard already has a partnership with cryptocurrency and having crypto cards so that you can convert fiat into crypto and crypto into fiat. You can buy things with basically cryptocurrency. So what they're actually doing is they're now going to offer this services to many banks around the US. It's just beginning to happen, just getting started. So now that your regular bank here in the future, you will be able to buy cryptocurrency. You will be able to buy things with cryptocurrency through this Mastercard. Very good news. Now we're going to take a look at some on-chain data to see what's actually happening behind the scenes, because we see the price action, but what is really happening behind the scenes? So here's WEBULL. We take a look at him often on this channel, and he is an expert with on-chain data. On-chain data is basically information about blockchains. Blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, all of the transactions are transparent. And what these people do is they actually, with the information that's on these blockchains, dissect the whales and the retail investors, and they're monitoring their activity, and they're able to chart and see what this activity is doing on a chart. So take a look at this. It says the little fishies are going parabolic. So this is the supply ratio held by people that have 0 to 10 Bitcoin versus 100 plus Bitcoins, dolphins, humpback whales. The little guys hold 32% of what the big guys hold, and that does not even include their loot on exchanges or ETFs. So basically what we can infer is the top line is the price of Bitcoin. We see this is exactly the price of Bitcoin. But the bottom line is showing the people from 0 to 10 people that have 0 to 10 Bitcoin. So the smaller guys, the retail guys, just like me and you. It shows these little fishes, and what they're actually doing is that they're buying and buying and buying and buying. And we've been buying the dip ever since the dip had started. And not only were we buying the dip, but we were still buying even when it was going up. So it's showing that there's still people behind the scenes continue to buy and buy and buy. And not only is the little fish, but the whales too. Whales are buying too. Institutions, banks, they're all buying. They're getting ready for the next leg up, the next bull run, which can take off any second. Now we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, their activity on the exchanges and the exchange inflows. So the balance of Bitcoin on the exchanges has been raised the last few days substantially. Generally what happens is when there's a lot of Bitcoin on the exchanges, that means that people are removing it from their cold storage, they're putting it onto the exchanges so that they can trade it. So generally what that means is that it's short term, it's bearish. So it's showing that people were in fear for a particular event, that they want to be able to sell their Bitcoin when possible. And some of these people were selling their Bitcoin. That's how it's on the exchange. So there's a massive spike up in just the last couple of days. And that was because of the grayscale FUD, just all this regulatory FUD. But I'm expecting, because every time there is a spike, there usually is a drop. So we are in a downtrend as far as the reserve balance of Bitcoin on the exchanges is concerned. So a little spike up means that we will most likely get a pretty big drop here soon, which will definitely affect the price of Bitcoin, bringing it up further. So the price was correlating with the balance of Bitcoin on the reserves and the exchange, that the price went down when the balance on the exchanges went up. But we should definitely be expecting a pretty big drop in the balance on the exchanges for Bitcoin soon, which will definitely correlate with the price and help to bring the price back up. But most importantly, if we take a look at Ethereum, we are still seeing the balance of Ethereum on the exchanges to go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower, because there's a huge update coming out August 4th for Ethereum, just a couple weeks away, that is going to help Ethereum to get to the high levels that we all are expecting at 20,000 maybe this year. Some are saying 50,000 by next year. These are crazy numbers, which are certainly possible. Because remember, Bitcoin was $3,000 to $4,000 last year at the bottom, and it hit $65,000 a year later. So thinking that Ethereum could go from 2,000 to 50,000 in about a year's time is actually really not that far off. But it's probably unlikely. But it all depends on what happens in the crypto market. The crypto market can take off and go very, very high, very fast in a blink of an eye when we least expect it. And it can do things that we can pretty much not even be able to imagine. So for Ethereum, for the altcoins, this is looking very, very bullish. Most importantly, let's take a look at some technical analysis. Let's see what's actually going on. So for Bitcoin, we are just about 30,000. We definitely need to get back up into the $30,000 range. And if we zoom out all the way, we can see that we actually did not break the lowest low. We did not break the lowest low for Bitcoin. We did for Dogecoin, but we did not break the lowest low for a long time. The last time we came, we're actually getting higher lows every single time. Every time we come into this area, it's only been 3 times that we've come into this area. One was last night, but the first time was 28.5. The second time was 28.8 approximately, and now we hit 29.2. So that was the lowest level that we went. However, the price action is much further down than the previous drops. But what is interesting to know is, remember, a support level is a floor, a bottom. It doesn't have to be an exact number, it's just an area. So if we draw the rectangle, we see that this is the area where every time we come down, we get a bounce. The last time, every time, statistically, the probability of us bouncing here is very, very high. Even though we've been in a very strong downtrend, we've been going down for days and days and days. Every time we come into this area, we get huge bounces. Look at this. Came all the way down, boom, bounced all the way up. Came all the way down, boom, bounced all the way up. We came all the way down. Now it's time for us to bounce up here soon. Nobody knows when. Could take a month, it could take a couple of months, it could be a day. We could literally bounce up with some type of news, potentially coming out tomorrow with a B-word event, which tonight I'll be making a video discussing what's going to be happening. Any type of news. If Tesla says, hey, we're going to be accepting Bitcoin again, Bitcoin will most likely go up straight up to like $38,000. That's certainly most likely to happen once Tesla says, hey, we're going to accept Bitcoin again. And then at the same time, oh, we're going to accept Dogecoin. That would bring so much money into the market. It would literally go crazy. Bitcoin would do like a backflip, and then there'd be FOMO. Then there'd be all the retail investors coming in, which would cause a short squeeze, which would just be absolutely crazy. So to show you that things in the crypto market can move very, very, very fast, at least when you expect it. When you least expect it, things can bounce up very fast and very, very high. But overall, like I said in the beginning of the video, we have a W pattern. We have an inverse head and shoulders that's kind of playing out here. So there's a high probability, especially since the last 2 times we came to this area, we bounced up very strongly. In addition to the pattern that we're seeing, it's definitely looking that in the immediate short term, it's bullish. It's a sign of a reversal. But the TA is not 100% accurate. It's not 100% going to happen, but the probability is definitely there that most likely we will see a bounce. But if we also take a look at this, the DXY was pumping and it's continuing to pump. The DXY is the US dollar. When the DXY is pumping, if you take a look at the chart, it means that crypto's dump. When the DXY pumps, crypto's dump, and that's what's happening. But we just started to get a pullback in the DXY. That's why cryptos are actually starting to move up a little bit. But if we look at Dogecoin, we're actually seeing more strong of a momentum. Look at this massive green candle for Dogecoin. And if I put on my market cipher indicator, we can see, let me do this. We're getting a very strong buy signal for Dogecoin. This green dot here is definitely a very bullish signal on the 4-hour. If we go to the 2-hour, we're also seeing that confirmed, 30-minute and the 1-hour. But if I zoom out, we see all of this red right here. It lets us know that the money flow is not very high. That the volume, the trading volume, the transactional volume is very, very low. And we definitely want that to start ticking up here. We need that transactional volume, which it appears to be ticking up right here in the 30-minute, to start kicking up. So this might be a good bullish reversal for cryptocurrencies. We might actually legitimately be getting a bounce here. I personally think that we are going to be getting a bounce most likely for the next couple of days to have some green days, especially based on the news and what's actually happening and about to be happening this week for cryptocurrencies, which I will be letting you know in my video tonight. If you guys want a good platform to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, use my WEBULL link. If you deposit $100, they will send you 2 free stocks worth up to $4,000, which you can immediately sell and buy cryptocurrencies at any time or send to your bank account. And if you guys got something out of the video, go ahead and smash the like button. Share this video with some of your friends and family on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I will see you all tonight. Have a good one.